Hey everyone, Dara Distal here. I'm just gonna give people a few seconds to hop on, and before we get started, I just want to say what an honor it is to be in this group with all of these amazing leaders. I think the biggest thing is I'm never done growing and learning as a leader, and so I look forward to learning, hopping in on these videos and learning from all the other amazing ladies that have presented. I'm loving the energy that you guys are giving us, the comments that you guys are supporting each other and you're asking questions. You participated on Bonnie's call to action and you've been sending out your invites. So I'm loving the energy that you guys are giving. Just keep it going. So I just want to share, nothing that I am going to be sharing with you today is probably information that you haven't already heard. But I think back to when I was a newer coach, I needed to see and hear the information over and over and over. It was about repetition and really helping it stick and hearing it from lots of different coaches. It's all the same basic fundamentals, what we're doing in this business, our vital behaviors, but hearing it from other coaches, hearing their approach, their flair, their style, the way that they invite. Everybody has a little different spin, and we're hoping here in this group that you can find you can take away from all of us little pieces and find your voice and apply it into your own business. So I was thinking a little bit about what Lindsay Matway said on day one and treating this business like a business. And I thought back to when I had a full-time job and I was paid, I had job duties, I was paid based on my performance and the things that my boss expected me to do. And it's kind of like the same thing with your business here. You have the vital behaviors, right? Those are the things that are proven to work, except you don't have a boss breathing down your neck. You get to call the shots and say when you're gonna work your business, how many people you're gonna reach out and invite and impact. You get to call those shots, and I think that's pretty cool. So, I think just making those vitals non-negotiable in your business, and you're going to see huge success. Just sending out your invites, sending out your messages, being proof that the products work, doing your personal development, doing those things every single day, making that non-negotiable. You're going to see huge success in your business, and you're going to be able to impact so many people around you. So I just want to get today kicked off by asking, how many of you were invited into this business? You were either invited into a challenge group or you were invited into the business. Click the like, click the love button, say yes, comment below, tell me something. Yes. So every single one of you were invited into this business. So you think about my life, if I were not invited into this business, what would my life look like? Lindsay said if Beachbody went away, what would it look like? Well, for one, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. I would be sitting behind a desk, working for someone else, feeling unfulfilled. I would be missing out on my 3-month-old and my 4-year-old growing up. My husband would be working swing shifts because we needed the extra money. We wouldn't be here together at home on a Monday, just because if I were not invited into this business, if my coach didn't invite me. And so why wouldn't I pay that forward? Why wouldn't I share that with other people? And Bonnie talked about this before, like you weren't offended when you were invited. Why would anybody else? Think about how Beachbody has impacted you, how whether you're a brand new coach or a seasoned coach, you're here for a reason. You have a belief in this business and your why. We talked about your why in the beginning, and that deep, burning, passionate why that's going to keep you going day after day. Share that with others. Share it the same way that you would share a favorite makeup product, right? Share it the same way. It's no different. Share it the same way that you would share a favorite restaurant that there's a new restaurant that opened up here, and I told all my local friends. It was amazing. It was so great. Like, try this drink, try this appetizer. Same exact way that you would share this business. Share it with the same. Take that fear out and share it with that passion and enthusiasm, because people are attracted to something. When you're excited about something, people are attracted to that. People want to know what you're so excited about and what you're raving about. So share that, take that same enthusiasm and share it around. So I'm gonna jump into my top tips. First tip, and I'm gonna post them here afterwards, but my first tip is lead, and I'm gonna be looking at my notes, is just to lead with heart. Be genuine. People appreciate when you're genuine and you're real, and Bonnie talked about being authentic. When you take the time to get to know people and ask questions to get to know about their lives, they're gonna follow you too. They're gonna be interested in you too. So I like the saying, be interested, not interesting. And so when I'm meeting people on social media, I'm asking them a ton of questions. So for example, my niche is moms. That's who I am, that's who I connect to. I recently just had a baby, so I'm in lots of moms groups and breastfeeding groups. And so my community right now is a bunch of moms that have just had babies. And so I'm asking them, how are you liking being a mom? How's mommyhood treating you? What do you do? Do you stay home with your baby or do you work? And if they work, then I ask, what do you do for work? Do you enjoy it? And if they tell me they work because they need the money or for whatever reason, but that's not what they want to do, boom, there's a way to invite them into my next coaching group or my What is Beachbody coaching call. I mean, that is just an open invitation, right? Because I've taken the time to get to know them and to get to ask those questions. So it doesn't seem weird to throw out an invite. I'm filling a need. And so I think about, be a problem solver, ask those questions so that you can fill a need for somebody that's looking for something more. So the next thing is, I wanted to give an example, is the other day I friended a mom and we were talking, just chit-chatting, and I was asking her, she follows my Mamas with Muscles like page, and I asked her, what got you interested in health and fitness? I started asking about her kids, I asked her about her work, and then because I have been sharing on my Facebook feed and I've been getting to know her, it says that I'm losing connection. Can you guys hear me or see me? I hope so. Because I had taken the time to get to know her and she had been seeing my Facebook posts, okay, thanks Maria. She asked me, and I'll screenshot the conversation so you can see it, but she was basically like, I'm interested in your program, can you tell me more about it? And now we're chatting about coaching. So I think that's the biggest thing, is when you take that time to be interested in other people and to ask about their lives and find out where they are maybe missing something or where they're looking for more, you can extend that invite. And it doesn't seem weird or creepy, it's natural. So think of it that way. People might say no initially, but when you take the time to get to know them, they're going to be following you. And when they're ready to get healthy or they're ready for more time or more freedom, you're going to be the first person that they think of. So stay consistent with your relationship building, going to their Facebook page, commenting and liking on their pictures, just being that friendly presence in their life, whether they join you or not, just showing up. Because when they're ready, because they're going to be ready 99% of the time, they're going to think of you. So my second tip is find a way to relate. Think about the things that you're going through right now in your life, or that you've gone through in the past that you have overcome or that you've struggled with. Find a way to relate to people when they're sharing, when I'm asking people questions about, if they're wanting to lose weight and they say they have problems with portions or they struggle with overeating. Those are the things that I struggle with too. And so being relatable, saying, oh my gosh, I know how you feel. I've struggled with the same things. And this is what I use: feel, felt, found. Okay, you guys are saying refresh your page. I hope that you guys can still, yes, Becky, full on Stockholm. So I hope you guys can still hear me. So I use the feel, felt, found. Oh my gosh, I know how you feel. When my maternity leave was up, it broke my heart to leave my daughter. That's why I'm so blessed that I have a business that I can work from home. Have you ever considered doing what I do? Connecting with people and relating to them is gonna open you up and make you vulnerable. I think Lindsay talked about that on day one, that you're a real person, you have struggles, but that you're working through them. You have a vehicle to help you work through those. So share that. The number 3 tip that I have is if you have outgoing, you're always going to have incoming. So think about sending out your messages at night or whenever you do your power hour and waking up to an inbox full of messages, people responding. I mean, you guys think about it, like on Facebook, people are here to connect. They're here to network. And how awesome is it that you've taken the time to reach out and to ask questions and get to know people. If you have outgoing, you're always going to have incoming. And so I heard this once, think of this business like farming. Farmers, let's say they get ready for a new season, they're planting their new crop, and they go and they start planting seeds. But they don't plant 1 seed or 2 seeds or 3 seeds or 10 seeds. They keep planting. They keep planting and planting, and they wait for those seeds to germinate. But they don't just sit there watching 2 or 3 of them or 5 of them just waiting. They just keep planting, right? And the same thing with watering. They water their crop, but they don't just keep over-watering. And the same thing with your invites. You always want to be sending out, planting seeds and inviting so that you don't feel like you're stuck and waiting on the same few people. Like, I know when I was a brand new coach, I was just kind of waiting on 2 or 3 people, and it was maddening. It felt like I was like hounding them, and you don't want to feel like that. If you are talking to enough people and you're planting enough seeds, you're always going to have a full funnel or full crop, and you're always going to have people coming to you. Like, if you're sharing your story enough and you're building those relationships and you're inviting, you're always going to have people that are ready to make a change. You're always going to be sharing your story when it falls on people when they're ready. So, just think about, you reap what you sow, and if you're planting enough seeds, you're going to have enough seeds, right? So set a goal for yourself. I think Tara talked about that, 15 or 20. Set a goal for yourself. What is the standard that you're going to hold yourself to? That by, non-negotiable, I don't go to bed until my invites are sent out. So, for me, it's 5 or 10 or whatever. Set that goal for yourself. Get a success partner, accountability partner. Hold each other to it, and don't make that a non-negotiable. Don't go to bed till it's done, and you're going to wake up with a huge inbox full of messages. Lindsay Matway, I think you're the one that told me, I heard you talking about the farming, so I think it was you. So number 4, a no means not right now. It either means not right now, or it means they haven't got enough information to make a decision. So, I used to get really discouraged if I would send out a message and people didn't respond. So the first thing that I want to share is that people are busy. They are on their phones while they are at the picking up their kids at the school pickup, or they're waiting at the checkout at the grocery store, or they're waiting for their kids at bath time, or they're cooking dinner. Like, they're scrolling, and your message pops through and they don't respond. Most times people just forget. And so it kind of leads into number 5, follow-up. But the other day I followed up with someone. I said, I just wanted to reach out and see if you got my message. I'm never sure if they come through on Facebook. And she said, oh my gosh, Dara, I was giving my kids a bath and I totally forgot to respond. So, think of a non-response. There's nothing personal. When someone's saying no or they don't respond, like Bonnie said, take the emotion out of it, take yourself out of it, and just know that most times it's nothing personal. People are busy. And so it's our job to follow up. So I was kind of got off track a little bit there, but a no means not right now. So I think that's a good opportunity for you to follow up. If you talk to someone and they say no, then ask them, I'm going to be running a group next month. Can I follow up with you then? Or maybe they're going on vacation. Can I follow up with you when I get back from vacation? Always asking for that follow-up, and put it in your calendar. That's the biggest thing, is the fortune is in the follow-up, and you always want to be following up. And so I put a reminder for myself, 8 o'clock in the morning. Lindsay said she was going to sign up, and I reach out and I'm like, hey girl, you said today's the day. You ready to get started? So really asking them for the follow-up. If their answer is no, finding out why it's no. What is keeping them from saying yes, and kind of overcoming those objections. So again, I use that feel, felt, found a lot. Oh my gosh, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I thought Shakeology was overpriced and way expensive, but I found by replacing 1 meal a day, I have so much more energy. My cravings are pretty much gone, and I don't go through the drive-thru as much as I used to, so I am actually saving money. So just find that way to like overcome those objections. When someone's saying no, ask them, you know, what's holding you back? Like, what's holding you back from making this decision? I think Bonnie had a great one. You know, is there something that I can do in the future? You know, what was it about it? Did I not present it well? You know, is there something that I can do in the future? Just kind of ask for feedback. That's okay. And so you think about, I've heard this before, they say it takes on average someone about 4 to 6 times to see something before they say yes. And so, you know, my coach, she asked me for an entire year. So, you know, think about, like, most people don't take as long as I do, but had she given up on me, I wouldn't be here and my life would still be the same. So, you know, never give up on people, never, ever, ever, because no means not right now. And, you know, think about the other thing I wanted to add on to that is, you know, Tara said reach out to 10 or 20 people, whatever your goal is. The other thing that I do is if someone's a no, I put them on my follow-up for next month, let's say, and then I go to their Facebook page, not very much, but I'll go and I'll comment and like on their pictures just to be that friendly presence and just to let them know, like, I'm still here, I still want to connect with you, like, I'm not here just for a sale. And comment and, you know, like and comment and leave some nice, a comment that you would like to receive. And I'm just that friendly presence, just letting them know, like, I'm still here. The other thing that it does is Facebook has algorithms. It's called Facebook affinity. And the more that you interact with somebody, either on their page or through messaging, the more that they're going to see your post and you're going to see their post. And so that's a double bonus right there. You're liking and commenting on their pictures, and when they see your next invite to your challenge group, or they see you doing a little jab about coaching, they're gonna see that in their news feed. So a lot of wins there. And the last thing that I wanna leave you with is, this was shared with me today, and I thought it was so powerful. The US Open was on yesterday, and they interviewed Jack Nicklaus. He's like legendary, probably the greatest golfer in history. And they asked him, in all of your major wins, how often did you feel like you had your ace swing? And his answer was maybe only 10% of the time. The rest of the time, I had to keep playing, stay mentally tough, and keep my head in the game. So I want to leave you with that. I thought that was so powerful. Like, you don't have to be on your A game all the time. You don't have to know it all or say all the right things. All you have to do is to keep showing up, right? So my call to action for you today is to share your follow-up messages to the people that you invited to early on this, when Bonnie gave you her call to action about invites. I want you to post your screenshots to your follow-ups. You should be following up with those people that you invited a few days later. So post your screenshots. I will also provide some of my follow-up messages, and yeah, I can't wait to see them. Thanks, guys.